A subtle gust of wind carries the nauseating odor of death through the camp, and you feel it press your resolve. Commander Novak draws his longsword and holds it high in the sky. Light the perimeter! Archers stand ready with bows drawn. Then the flaming arrows cut through the darkness and land just before the tree line, igniting a trail of oil, encircling the entire camp about 100 feet out. In the center of the massive flaming circle, Camp Righteous scrambles as silhouettes take shape, emerging from the flames.
Odorous fiends.
Roll for initiative.
I got 19.
Okay.
Man, always first, huh?
Kadarin, what'd you get? What'd we get for your initiative, Kadarin? That's you.
Oh,
That's you, Charlie.
sorry. I thought you were still asking people about hit points and stuff. And I already did it.
I thought you just forgot your name.
No,
I think you did.
I didn't know that you were talking to me. 5 for initiative.
Damn.
All right, Wyatt.
16. Alright, as Wyatt's coming out of the tent, he's got his two-handed maul.
He's a mauler.
A mauler and a brawler.
And a midnight crawler.
Shot caller.
He dons his helmet, which is adorned with a giant flying eagle with its wings spread open. It's a fucking sweet helmet.
Okay. So from where you guys are at, coming out of your tents, you're already starting to hear the clanking of steel and arrows shooting through the air, both leaving the camp and coming in to the camp. You see arrows sticking into the ground. From where you guys are, you're kind of looking at what's coming at you guys, all right? And out of the flames charges a large minotaur skeleton right in your direction. You can hear the thuds of its hooves digging into the dirt as it's charging at you guys. Shortly after this one appears through the fire, a second one also comes out, not far behind it.
Fucking bloody devil.
And then 3 ghouls coming up even behind that one. The minotaurs are moving faster than the ghouls. The ghouls were those things on the river that were side strafing.
Oh, I hate those things.
And they are coming
Yucky.
in hot through the flames.
What are the minotaurs armed with?
Let me show you.
So ghouls. Just sent out my magical axe to be worked on, too. Damn it.
What do you wield, half-orc? A greatsword?
Nope. Great axe.
What in the fuck?
Armed with a giant 2-handed axe.
That looks like my axe exactly.
This
stole
picture
it
of the
from me.
Minotaur is going up on Tumblr and Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing's pretty gnarly.
All right. Round 1.
I feel like this Minotaur's got to kick our ass.
6 Feather, you're up. Round 1. Fight.
All right.
Giant minotaur coming in hot at you. It's at this point maybe about 15 feet 15 feet away. It's charging.
6 will draw her greatsword off her back. You can see the flames of the circle of fire reflecting in its beautiful craftsmanship, and she'll come down with it on top of the minotaur.
All right, what'd you hit?
15.
15 hits.
Nice.
Starting it off right.
Starting it off.
We'll have to give her a 7th feather to put in her cap.
10 damage. Slashing.
The tabaxi draws her beautiful blade, boom, slashes down at it. Okay, next.
I do.
What's up? Oh,
My-
you got more attacks?
Yeah, I
forgot
get
about
an
that.
extra attack at, like, for 16.
16's a hit.
12.
All right, more bone chips fly from it. Does that conclude your turn?
It does.
All right, Wyatt.
Aye, lads, for the order. And he will charge in at that same minotaur,
Yep, closest one.
swinging the two-handed maul. That's an 11.
11 misses.
And then swings it back around for his second attack. And that's a 15.
15 is going to be a hit. So now that you got your firm footing, you managed to hit with that second attack just after missing the mark with the first one.
And the maul comes smashing down into its knee for 11 damage.
All right.
That's blunt.
It's blunt?
Yeah.
Oh,
maul.
yeah. That takes double damage.
Nice.
All right.
Now we'll conclude Wyatt's turn.
All right, Zutuk, you're up.
Zutuk is going to continue to attack at the same Minotaur that his colleagues are fighting.
Okay.
So he's going to use his Weapon Master feat, -5 to the attack roll to add +10 damage.
Damn. Okay.
What'd you roll?
Would you roll there?
So how much damage did you do?
None.
You rolled a
He
3.
didn't hit it.
Oh, that was to hit? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a 3. Alright, so for the second attack, he's going to do the same thing. Hopefully a little bit better this time. 15.
That hits.
So that will be 20 slashing damage
Nice.
with his great axe.
All right, 20 slashing. Yep, you busted you got between all your attacks, you busted a lot of pieces off of it, but it's still animated and it's still coming at you. And it's up. Now it's got 3 targets in front of him. And it's going after Wyatt. And it is going to swing down. Actually, yeah, that works. All right, his great axe. He's going to swing down with his great axe, hitting armor class 14.
Oh, just barely.
Hits you.
Yeah.
All right. 16 slashing damage.
Boy, tore him's ass.
All right, as you feel the cleave bite into you. Next up is Kadarin.
After 30 years of various wounds, he definitely moves much slower, so he doesn't quite get up there till the very end, and but he pulls his axe from his back and he swings. The first hit is 23 to hit,
I think you got
Yeah,
him.
hits him.
and that does 5 points of slashing damage. Second hit brings his axe back around 16,
That's a hit.
10 points of slashing damage.
That is enough to destroy the first one.
And is there anything else near me that I could attack?
The next one up is 10 feet away from you.
Okay, so I won't be able to do anything.
You have a 5-foot gap in between you. Yeah, so if you have another, you could move again, right? Or is that not part
I
of it?
think you're not supposed to split your moves up between actions.
You can definitely split your moves up between actions.
So I can move like 15 feet, take an action, and move another 15
Absolutely,
feet, take an
yep.
action. All right, yeah, I'll move to the next one and burn my action surge.
Okay.
He just wants to cut through as many of these as possible. Natural 1. Oh no, that's a 7.
Dodged the
Oh
bullet.
no, wait, hold on, it is a 1.
Uh,
Never mind, I burned my action surge.
do we have a fumble chart?
We don't. We've been dropping all subsequent actions
Okay.
Yep.
And reactions for the
and reactions until my
Gotcha.
next turn.
Yep.
That sucks too. Got a little too enthusiastic.
Next up is the ghouls. Well, actually, next up is the other
Minotaur.
Minotaur. He has no other target but Kadarin right now, and he's swinging the axe, and that's going to be armor class 17.
Miss.
Missing with the axe, burying it in the dirt, and now it's the ghouls. The first ghoul is nearest to the half orc.
Zutuk.
The ghoul rolled a 1, and the second ghoul is coming up to Wyatt.
Aye, you're a fucking ugly bugger.
Oh, and they are ugly. This is going to be its claws. It's going to be armor class 16.
Aye, it's a hit.
8 slashing damage. and make a Constitution saving throw.
Ghoul rot.
Con?
Oh, shit.
That's a 10.
DC is 10, so you made it.
Nice.
You made it.
Oh,
You made
nice.
it. All right. Good play.
My dwarven constitution.
What do ghouls do?
The third ghoul is
We'll find
facing you.
I don't know.
6.
Maybe I'll find
We'll
out.
find out soon.
Let's find out.
And that's going to be a armor class 11.
Miss,
That was all 3 of them.
Say no Irme.
right? Hirme would be gone.
6's turn, round 2.
I suppose I'm in melee with this ghoul now, so I'll swing. 10.
10 is a 10 on the ghoul. Actually, is a miss.
Second attack. 17.
That's a hit.
17.
9.
9 damage to the one in front of 6. Okay. Next up, Wyatt.
Wyatt's gonna go for that ghoul. Your world ends when you're dead. And that's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
13 damage.
13 damage to the one in front of Wyatt Helmut.
And for my bonus action, I'll use my second wind. That gets me 8 hit points back. And my second attack with my maul, the mauler. It's 24, that's a hit. And another 12 bludgeoning damage to the ghoul.
That's enough to kill the ghoul. Boom.
Boom.
Dead.
I Torm's talent.
Next up is Zutuk. What do you got? You got a ghoul right in front of you. Freshy. Now, as all this is going on, there is pure chaos throughout this camp right now, as you just hear the clashing of steel and bone breaking and just the hollow groans of the undead, piling against the line that your brothers and sisters in arms have formed to defend the camp. What do you got?
I will continue to do my part and clear out these undead in front of me. I will attack the ghoul that you said was there.
All right.
And I'm going to continue to use the Great Weapon Master feat of attacking with my Great Axe. That's a natty 19.
Natty 19, baby.
Finally.
Where's the
All right,
chart?
roll a 20-sided die.
Brand new house rule, ladies and gentlemen. For the first
Natty
time.
19 crit.
In Natty 19 history.
What does he got to roll?
Roll a 20-sided die.
All right, let us do this. I will go with a 4.
Unnerving strike. The target has disadvantage on next roll. Double damage, and target has disadvantage on next roll.
Double damage. All right. That's going to be a lot of damage. All right.
It's double your damage die, and then you add your modifiers.
Now, are we doing this for monsters too? They get Natty 19s?
All right. So you said double my damage die.
Yes.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm going to need to do this different. I have a lot of modifiers. For the savage attacks, for the half-orc, he adds an additional die as well. So does it add both of them, or...
You don't double the modifier.
No, it's your what's your
Okay.
weapon die?
So I'm going to roll, it's a d12. So 12. So it's going to be 24 plus 9 plus...
Well, it's doubling the die, not the number, right?
Right, so you got to roll a d12 twice.
So that's it right there. That's your double. 12 plus 9.
21.
21. And then, okay, so then the 10 from the Great Weapon Master is 31. And then for savage attacks will be an additional d12. So a total of 40 damage.
Yep, that kills the ghoul.
Natty 19.
Handled.
Handled.
All right. Is there any other one within 5 feet of me?
Nope, not within 5 feet of you. The nearest creature is the other Minotaur skeleton, and it is 5'10". It is 15 feet away from you.
So I will not provoke a opportunity of attack then.
Nope, you will not provoke the second nearest creature. Well, there's a bunch of zombies now starting to pour in, but I'm not even gonna. You guys are gonna be killing them passively as you're going after the bigger guys.
So we just make our way through the throngs of zombies,
Yeah, and every now and
slicing
again.
and hacking. And
Yep, and every
Looking
now and
for
again,
bosses.
yeah.
maybe you'll take a point of damage or 2 points of damage.
All right, so I will move towards the Minotaur. And
Well, actually, wait a minute. There is one ghoul left.
In front of me.
Yep, that you would provoke from. In front of 6.
oh, yeah, here we go. So, on my turn, when I score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1, I can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action. So, for the second half of my attack, I will attack the ghoul that is in combat with 6.
Alright. Give me a roll.
20, so critical hit.
Damn.
I'm on fire tonight.
I know.
I thought 20s were just normal now.
20's not a critical.
Improved critical.
Improved critical. Improved bullshit, more like it.
Seriously, 19 and 20.
Nope, you got your crit. You got your crit with a 19, buddy.
Yeah, we can't have both numbers being crits.
It's his
especially
skill.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If it is a skill, if it is improved critical, then yeah. Because it would double
improved
the
critical, yeah, it does extend your crit range.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Does that mean another roll on the chart or just the double damage?
That would be a roll on our crit chart, right?
All right. Give me another D20 roll.
A 7.
Precise strike plus 1d4 damage to the current, or that would actually be 1d6. Sorry, plus 1d6 damage to the current hit.
Okay. So,
In addition to your double, yeah.
9 plus the 10 is 19, plus you said a d6?
Yep.
19, 25, plus my strength modifier, 28 damage.
28 damage is enough to eradicate the ghoul.
All right. And I
Mowing
still,
through him.
Critting
I still
twice
have one
in a-
more move. So then I will use my movement ability and move towards the Minotaur. If there's nobody else in the way.
Yeah, you only had to move another 5 feet to get to within melee of the Minotaur.
Okay, and then for my second attack for the round. Dun, dun, dun.
Second.
Yes.
Are you using a skill here or something? Or
No, my second attack.
He gets to attack again when he gets a critical.
Oh.
So he got to attack twice. Now it's his actual second attack.
Yeah, I get a bonus attack when I get a critical. And then for the Minotaur, the same thing using Great Weapon Master will be a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
That was not a natty 19, correct?
No, that is not a 9.
We
That was an
can't go
18
3
with a
crits
plus
in a row.
1
That would be ridiculous.
for 14 slashing damage. Roll the 1. That hurts.
Zutuk single-handedly saves Camp Righteous. the whole
Rewrites
the whole
history.
episode is spoiled.
Rewrite system.
In one round.
Yeah, I don't think so.
When we come back here, there's a monument of Zutuk.
Camp Righteous belongs to Zuktuk.
All right. So the Minotaur is attacking. He has 2 targets now: Kadarin or
Zutuk.
Zutuk. Which is Zutuk.
yeah, you'd think Zutuk would have pulled the aggro there.
It misses you anyway. Next up is Kadarin.
Kadarin's, when he sees the Minotaur, the skeletal Minotaur attack, he's going to shout, "I will draw his attention," and he'll rush up toward it, and he will expend a superiority die to use what's called a goading attack. The target must make a wisdom save, or until my next turn suffers a disadvantage on attacks to anyone except me. So the idea is to goad him into attacking me. So my attack is, does a 20 hit?
Yeah, 20 hits.
All right, so the damage will be 14 damage. That's the first attack. The second attack, 12.
That's a hit.
12 is a hit? All right.
Yeah.
And that's another 12 points of damage.
Good round as we begin round 3. Now, at the beginning of this round, a couple things are about to happen here. We've got arrows coming in.
What the fuck is sending arrows?
Um,
That's what Six is wondering.
One of them stabs into the ground next to Six. Another one lands Six into the ground
archers.
next to Kadarin. And another one misses. Another one misses. And now you hear some commotion. Not because where you guys are fighting right now, you're not too far from the riverbanks where the canoes are. You hear some commotion and you turn and look and you notice that a couple soldiers are trying to get into the canoes to try to flee. And as this is happening, you hear a thud, thud, and then like a giant creature crashing through the branches, and out from above comes a giant gorilla looking like creature. And it has 4 arms. And I'll show you the picture of it right now.
As if a giant gorilla wasn't enough. Has 4 arms.
Is he fighting with us or against us?
No, it looks rotting.
Alright, we gotta fight that. I will in me bullocks.
I like that the dwarf wants to fight the giant gorilla zombie.
Yep, and this giant gorilla zombie, gorillon zombie, lands down on top of the canoe where the guys were climbing into, completely smashing it. And when it emerges from the river, it's got a guy in each of its hands, and it just whips them across the camp. And it looks over at another group of soldiers who are now drawing their weapons towards its direction. And it, nasty bits of flesh coming out of its mouth when it roars, and it starts charging towards them. So that's happening. And beginning around 3.
Gorillon
6.
zombie. Never heard of such thing. That's pretty awesome.
God, I'm
actually.
getting sick over here.
What's the sickness from the insects?
Mosquito got you.
Wasting.
6, you're up.
Apparently.
You still got the Minotaur skeleton in front of you. The
Okay.
Gorillon zombie is about 20 feet away. It looks though as though once it's done wrecking those guys, you're the next thing in its path.
And Kadarin had just drawn the Minotaur's attention.
Yeah, and meanwhile, there's like zombies and skeletons and stuff coming in and getting wrecked and
Can I seek
getting smashed up.
higher ground?
There's not much in the way of higher ground. There are obstacles you can climb up onto, such as
What about not the altar, but the
shrine?
The shrine to
Yeah, you
the
could climb up-
crocodile. The crocodile.
Oh,
That's on a platform, right? Up high.
that's also a good ways away too.
So probably 3 rounds, maybe.
You could probably get there in.
Get to the statue, but then climb
Let's
at least
go
2
to-
rounds to get up to the knees.
Okay. Well,
So
the platform is at
What's
its
climbing-
feet, not
what's
at its
climbing
knees.
speed?
Gotcha.
yeah, you could get up on the platform where the entrance is, just because there's stairs. Easy enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Six is gonna start heading in that direction for her move. I'm going to use action surge, which lets me take an additional action,
Okay.
and I'll use it to draw my bow so that I can move, sheath my greatsword, pull my bow, then attack.
Okay, and what are you attacking?
I'm launching an arrow at the gorillon. 17,
That's a hit.
8 damage,
All right.
and for my second attack, I'll launch another. Oh, fumble.
Oh no.
All right, so you lose all remaining.
Do I lose
actions
my
and
arrow?
reactions. Yeah, you lose your arrow.
Just curious. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could have dropped it on the ground for a fumble. I just got to pick it back up.
No.
Just curious.
No, that's not. Fumbles work in the
worst possible way.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. So I've got 18.
Like your arrow flies out and actually hits Timothy in the back and kills him.
Oh, fuck.
I knew I should have left. Next up, Wyatt.
Wyatt. So in my immediate surroundings, what am I looking at here? I've got a ghoul.
You've got yourself
The ghoul and the gorillon, right?
The ghoul's dead.
Oh.
You've
All
got
the
a
ghouls are
minotaur
dead.
skeleton between you and the gorillon.
That's what I'm
zombie.
going at. So that's a hit. That was a 16 on the die. It's 14 damage.
14 damage
mauler.
to the minotaur skeleton. Oh, with a mauler, so it's double damage.
Were you attacking the Minotaur?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So that actually kills the minotaur.
Oh, he's vulnerable.
Yep.
Vulnerable to bludgeoning.
So as I smash through the minotaur,
Boom! Finishing the minotaur off, it just crumbles.
And,
Axe falls to the ground.
Wyatt lifts his head up and locks eyes with the gorillon, growls at it, and charges forward.
Picks up two of the guys and just fucking smashes them together and then drops them on the ground. Zutuk.
Zutuk will advance towards the new foe on the battlefield as well, cleaving any zombie in the way that I can, any skeleton in the way that I can.
All right.
And I'm gonna shout out numbers as it occurs too. So I'll be like 40, 41.
Oh, you're counting them all that you're killing? You bashing
Yep.
skeletons. Little bitsy skeletons don't count. Not anymore. All right. Give me an attack roll on the gorillon zombie.
Will I actually be able to make it?
Yeah, you can make it. You can make it. You're only 15 feet away from it.
Okay, perfect. It's gonna be armor class 19.
That is a hit.
Rolling rocks tonight.
For 25 slashing damage.
Zutuk
Second-
needs to survive this somehow.
Second attack is going to be armor class 6.
What's a
It's
miss?
miss. And I will also pop my action surge to get another set of attacks in, which I will miss horribly as well with a 7.
All right.
You guys had to say something.
Right?
All right. Next up is Kadarin. But before that, you hear coming from the north side a stomping, like a thum, thum. And you can't really see anything yet, but you feel a rumbling coming from the northern side of the camp as you're face to face with the gorillon zombie. Worth noting. Meanwhile, there's got to be at least 30 or 40 mixture between zombies and skeletons also pouring through the flaming ring.
Hold the line.
And they are. Soldiers are battling as if their lives depend on it.
Darren will move toward the undead gorillon. What's his distance?
Do you have a 5-foot gap in between you guys?
Oh, so I'm close to the gorillon.
Yep, 10 feet.
Okay, yeah. So first attack was 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
That's 7 damage. Second attack is also 19 to hit for 9 damage.
Now, did you move? You moved right within 5 feet of him? Or could you attack from 10 feet?
I had to move right within 5
Okay.
feet of him.
All right. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Round 4. Ooh. All right. Wyatt. An arrow hits armor class 23.
Does that hit?
An arrow hits Wyatt for armor class 23.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Go. Right through me, good arm.
More arrows fly out. 2 of them. Both miss. And now, top of the round. Oh, wait. My gorilla goes before that happens. The gorilla has
Dun,
2
dun, dun.
targets. Some- Wyatt.
That thing's got like 4 arms or something.
All right, so he has multi-attack. This guy makes 5 attacks. 1 with its bite and 4 with its claws.
Behind my shield, as a reaction, I can impose a disadvantage on an enemy that I could see against an ally next to me.
All right. First attack. Let's resolve the claws first. First claw.
It would only be a disadvantage on one attack, I believe.
All right. Well, all right. First claw misses. Second claw
Off the shield.
Yep.
Bang. Second claw hits armor class 19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
All right. Third claw. It's armor class 15.
Everything above a 13.
Okay.
13 armor.
And finally, that's a hit. So 3 hit out of the 4, and then the bite. Natural 20.
Get out of here.
Well,
Not
it doesn't
even
matter.
kidding.
Does it? No. Natty 19 is the magic
Natty
number.
19 is the rule.
It's going
All
to
right.
take some getting used to switching
is.
them
It is.
around.
All right, so the claw. We're going to do the 3 claws and the bite. Yep. So 8, 8, 5, and then the bite.
D4 makes such a distinct sound when you roll it.
Oh yeah, it's light.
Yeah, it does.
And then the bite does 9 damage.
30.
You bloodied?
Oh, yeah. As this thing lays into him, his maul drops a little, but then he finds his strength and he picks it back up with 2 hands.
Ooh, 2-handed
Says-
strikes.
Aye, not today.
All right. And next up is 6. New round.
6 is going to move again towards the crocodile tomb. What is it again? I keep fucking that up.
House of the Crocodile.
House of the Crocodile.
All right.
And after her movement, she's going to launch 2 more arrows at the
Okay.
Grillon. 18,
That's a hit.
6 damage, and natty 19.
Natty 19.
Oh,
No.
roll on the
27.
chart.
20.
Nice.
Intimidating blow. Double the damage die, and all enemies within 30 feet get a -1 to attack for 1 round.
Wow.
So, double the damage die. Roll 2 dice or...
Roll 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. 14 damage.
14 damage. Slays the Gorillon.
What?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well done.
What do you mean, seriously? You guys did fucking...
See it fall to the ground with the tabaxi fletching sticking out of it.
Yeah, it had 59 hit points.
But I was going to crush its skull.
Ground collapses, and as you are cleaving through undead,
43, 44, 45.
you notice Derns. He's standing atop a stack of oil casks, hacking at a group of zombies that are trying to grab at any part of him that they can. He appears all right for the moment, but by the looks of it, more undead are stacking, and he wouldn't be able to keep up for too long. And also, as you're getting a glimpse around the battlefield here, you glance over and you notice Commander Novak. And as he's hacking the limbs from several ghouls, you see, right as he's about to bring his sword down, an arrow pierces his gut, and his face contorts as he lands the finishing blow on another undead. But then he collapses to one knee, and his sword clangs to the ground beneath him. The next big target would be a little ways towards the northern side of the camp. It's a shadowy figure floating through the air. Just when it comes up to a soldier, it just kind of like wraps around it, and as it's whipping around, it's just slashing him all up. You've seen these before, and you know them as wraiths.
Ugh.
There's no end to these abominations.
Wyatt, the wraith, is looking at you, and it is now approaching. You look into its dark eyes, and deep inside its sockets are like these little pins of light.
By Torm's taint, how do I fight that?
It just goes, and it just springs up. Okay, next up, 6 just went. Wyatt, you're up.
Yeah, he'll approach the wraith cautiously. Am I in striking distance?
Yeah, it moved right up to you.
He will raise Old Mauler once again. 21 to hit
21 is a hit.
for 11 damage.
Does it look like it's taking all of the damage?
No, it doesn't. It does not look like it's taking all the damage.
Then he swings back around with his second attack and misses. It's a 10 to hit.
Yep, 10 misses. All right, and as you did hit it, though, and it felt it, and then it kind of reels back, and when it lifts its hands up, you see its elongated claws. Armor class 14. That's a hit, right?
Yeah.
There's just 13. And
Hammerhawk.
make a Constitution saving throw. It's a very important one.
That means don't fail.
I rolled an 8.
It does 27 necrotic damage.
Oh,
Shit, doesn't that mean something with the death curse?
Yeah, so your maximum hit points are reduced by 27 with that hit.
What was this hit like that hit him? It was like it reeled back and...
Yeah, with its claws, and it dug into your chest. It's called life
fucking
drain.
Wraithed you.
It's called life drain.
So it just pierces through the dwarf's chest, and his head whips back, and his hawk helmet falls off his head. As he slides back off its claws, he crumples to the ground.
Oh no, that was it?
Hammerhawk.
Hammerhawk! No! And from Hammerhawk's limp body on the ground, you notice the wraith holds its hand above the body, and it's like, and a specter rises from the dead dwarf,
Curse.
and it just starts whipping throughout the camp, attacking whatever lives and breathes. Helmut has become a specter.
What a fate for Hammerhawk.
hey, this camp was named after him.
I am your righteous right hook. I was gonna go back to Earthhome and open a gym. A boxing gym. With me granddad, who taught me the ways. It's all for naught now.
The end. So now you have a wraith and a specter within combat. You've got something large coming in from the north side, and you've got maybe about 75 zombie or skeletons breaching the camp.
How many members of the order can we see?
Maybe 27, 28 or so are still kicking around, hacking through shit. But Commander Novak just fell as well. You know, and he was bolstered. You do see a few Templars making their way through, laying out heals where they can. But you can see that their power is waning. Next up is Zutuk.
Man, I would have to go next, huh?
Yep. Now you've got a specter 15 feet away from you, where
How close is,
Wyatt died.
How close is Wyatt's specter?
Camp Righteous belongs to Zutuk.
How close is his specter?
15 feet from you.
Not the wraith, the actual specter. You said it was wandering off.
It's starting to wander off, but it's not its turn yet.
I am going to put it out of its misery.
Lay our friend to rest.
It's what Wyatt would have wanted. Armor class 12.
That is a hit.
Does he not
Exactly.
keep his same armor class?
Nope, it's a specter.
For 25 damage.
25 slashing.
Slashing. Yes.
All right, 25 slashing.
Is it still standing?
Yep. Yep, it's still flying, hovering.
Alright, then for the second attack will be armor class 15. Just a hit. For 17 slashing. I'm sorry, friend.
It is still... it's still kicking. Its life force is definitely faintly glowing, though, at this point. But it is still screeching and fluttering about.
And that will conclude my turn.
Alright, Kadarin, you're up. You've got the Spectre of Wyatt Helmut barely clinging on there. And then just behind it is the Wraith.
Seeing Zutuk try to lay our friends, the Hammerhawk, at rest, Kadarin will spend a superiority dice and do a sweeping attack and try to hit both the Wraith and the Spectre of our friend.
Nice.
Ooh. So that would be it's actually the same, it's the same roll. Same roll applies to both of them. So it's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit for both.
Yes.
So that is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage is enough to kill the Spectre.
The Wraith is going to take 12 damage, and the Spectre will take 7.
Okay.
I don't add it all up.
Gotcha. Well, it was enough to kill the Spectre, and the Wraith doesn't take as much as he should have. You could sense a resistance there, but it does take some. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes, it does.
All right, round 6 or so?
Yeah.
All right, next up is 6.
6 will move again towards the House of the Crocodile. Where am I now? Am I at the base of it?
Yeah, you could at this
Can
point.
I climb now?
At this point, you should be up on it, right?
Yeah. When did you get there?
It's been like
Yeah,
3.
this
This
is
is
a
your
third
third
turn.
one, yeah.
Okay. So from there, 6 is going to assess, what she sees, how many of her comrades are left, what she sees going on.
You climb up on the dais, and what you see is grim.
I'm up on the dais.
On the dais.
What you see is a grim sight. You can now overlook the entire camp, and you just see hordes and hordes of undead pouring in as far as the eye can see beyond the flame. Even, you can only see about 100 feet out, to the fires, which are starting to die out a little bit as the oil burns and the jungle is so wet. But in amongst the crowd, amongst the hordes, you notice everything from undead ogres that are towering over the other ones, lumbering in. You see specters and wraiths whipping up into a frenzy as they just move through the crowds, tearing up people, causing necrotic damage.
Can I see?
You also
Can I see what was
the
large creature that was
and
shaking the earth?
And from the northern side where the crashing was coming from, you notice, come through the fire, a Tyrannosaurus Rex zombie.
Holy shit.
The
Whose idea was it to desert a little while ago?
it was a good one.
It's just like stomping through. It hasn't made it into the camp yet, but it won't be long. You guessed probably about 2 rounds before it's within the camp parameter.
6 rounds, you say? Is that what you said?
2.
2 rounds.
Sorry. My name is 6. So 2 rounds before the T-Rex is here. All right. So no real point in trying to fucking run around and tell everybody. So the hair on the back of 6, the fur on the back of 6's neck stands in that kind of iconic way a cat's hair does, and she looks back to the opening of the House of the Crocodile. And for a second, she feels the pull from the dark entryway, and she turns to see Kadarin and Zutuk and what they're facing,
Yeah, it's worth noting you also see...
She's looking for what the next biggest
see the
threat
dwarf
is
go
right
down.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the biggest threat to your group is probably the Wraith at the moment.
Yep.
But that T-Rex is going to be on you in a couple of rounds. Another thing you notice between the Wraith and in the northern section of the camp, through the fray, you spot Timothy. Wide-eyed, he's making his stand against a couple specters whirling around him, slashing at him violently. And as he finishes one of them off, you look beyond him and you see Mott standing but 15 feet from him. And Mott appears bloodied up, and he's just standing there staring at Timothy, dark-eyed. You notice a dagger in his hand.
Fucking applesauce.
I know. Fucking Mott.
Looks like he's he's not fighting. He's just kind of standing there. It looks like he had finally cracked.
Ooh. Jesus.
What do you do? I mean, obviously, there's a bunch of other shit going on. You see someone nearby is pinned down by several zombies.
Yep.
He's unable to get good enough leverage to use a sword or break
My friends are dealing with a wraith. Timmy's about to get stabbed. Those are my two. Those are what my eyes are locked on at the moment. So, I am going to activate my fighting spirit, giving myself advantage on weapon attack rolls. And gaining 5 temporary hit points. So my first arrow will fly at Mott. Maybe not necessarily for a kill shot, maybe for his thigh, something to put him down, which will probably end up being the death of him anyway.
Yeah, the femoral arteries right there.
Natty 19.
Oh, Natty 19 against your own
Speaking of that
ally.
artery.
Yep.
Oh,
Should've
dark
hit the
days.
wraith first.
Dark days.
I'm aiming for just above his knee.
Right in the artery.
No, the artery's towards the inner.
Well, did you roll a 20 side to see where you
Yep,
actually
roll a
hit him?
20-sided die.
18.
18 inspiring shots. Double the damage die plus all allies within 30 feet. I don't know if we're within 30 feet of you. Get a +1 to attack for 1 round.
No, but there's other soldiers there, though, that
Yeah.
get inspired. They
Nice.
see it go down.
Ooh, it's a lot of damage.
They see you shoot
Right as
mine.
it's-
They get inspired by you shooting our own man.
Well, poor Timothy.
So 15 damage to
They
Mott's
must see that he's cracked. Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody liked him anyways.
The
Yeah.
arrow sticks into him, and he begins walking. He does one of those staggering walks towards Timothy, and then he, right as Timothy turns around thinking that it's a zombie, Mott falls to his knee, and the dagger falls out of his hand, and then a specter slashes at the other specter, cuts at Timothy again, and Timothy's attention is taken away.
And I turn my attention to the wraith.
All right.
18
18 hits the wraith.
for 9.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing too much damage to this wraith.
No, not one bit. Wyatt's dead,
So he doesn't get to go.
so he doesn't get to
Turn.
go. He's like dead. Even his specter is dead. All right, Zutuk, you're up.
If anybody could take the wraith, it's Zutuk.
So you've got one more full round before the Tyrannosaur zombie is within the range.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, I'm the biggest hunter.
I don't see this going too well.
Is that another kid show?
Kids.
I don't get half of what you guys talk about.
All right, I
Kids all
will
grown up.
angrily make my way towards the wraith that slayed Wyatt. Armor class 19,
That's a hit.
23 slashing damage.
23
23,
slashing.
that's
not bad. Not
Powerful.
bad. It's halved.
Even halved, it's pretty good.
It is.
All right, and then for the second attack will be armor class 10.
That's a miss. Come on, you gotta get higher than that.
My rage. I get a -5 to my attack roll.
But
All right.
despite all the rage,
I'm still just a rat. That will conclude my turn.
Kadarin goes, and then the Wraith goes.
Kadarin's going to swing his axe twice at the Wraith, and that's a 12 for the first attack,
12 misses.
and a 20 AC for the second attack,
That's a hit.
for 8 points of slashing damage.
Cut into it, just hisses violently, and the Wraith, now having 2 targets, goes to grip Kadarin with its claws.
Oh, fuck.
That's gonna be an armor class 19,
19 hits.
and it's gonna be a
Barely.
Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, alrighty. Constitution saving throw. 8.
Ooh, not good. Here we go.
Wait, that's not the same thing that the dwarf rolled, is it?
I don't-
For a save? I don't
I
remember.
don't know
what
what
he
it
rolled.
rolled. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
16 necrotic damage from your max hit points.
16 necrotic. Okay. That's his first wound. But necrotic damage is permanent
It is.
because of the death curse.
Yeah, normally you would get that back after you finish a long rest, but with the death curse in effect, I believe it is a permanent thing. As part of your life essence is gone.
Forever.
New round. Round 7?
Can't take much more of that.
Alright, 6 Feather, you're up. Now you got the Wraith. The Kadarin just got Wraith grabbed.
Got wraithed.
Yep, wreathed. All right, I'll fire another arrow at the Wraith. Ugh. And I fumbled.
Yeah, right as you're about to, you line up your target, and a zombie grabs a hold of your ankle and knocks your arrow out of line, and
I'm
it flings up into
Fucking
the air.
pissed, so I boot it right in the face. Trying to save my friend.
I was thinking the Tyrannosaurus took a step closer to her and it shook
Shook.
the entire body.
Zutuk, you're up.
Zutak. Alright. I will continue to hack away at this Wraith, or attempt to. Armor class 12 for the first swing.
Oh, nope, no dice.
Armor class 13 for the second.
That's a hit.
Yeah, give me something good to eat. 18 slashing.
18 slashing. It's getting there.
So the AC isn't that high, but the fact that it
Nothing
halves
does the
all
damage,
the
yeah.
damage. Yeah.
It is. It's resistant to just about everything, and its damage output. I mean, that life drain.
Is it healing itself?
No, it's not healing itself.
This would be a never-ending battle.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, that will conclude my turn.
At this point, another specter comes up. Zutuk, you've got a specter flies in, blindsides you for armor class 13.
Miss.
Miss, I thought so. Okay, no biggie then. Now it's Kadarin's turn.
I imagine in the midst of battle, everything slows down a little bit, and Kadarin's just going to scan the scene and realize that the commander is down, his friend is down, the camp's being overrun. We're somewhat split up. The rest of our group is somewhat split up, with 6 up by the temple. I don't know what Kadarin's doing. The Wraith is still alive.
The Wraith is still alive. Barely.
That's his only move. I wish I could use...
Looks
I
like
really
it-
wish I could use my second wind, but it's not that I'm wounded so much as my maximum hit points have been lowered.
The Wraith does look like it's on its last leg.
All right, he's going to just swing. He's going to keep swinging his axe at the Wraith, but he doesn't. So the first hit is 17,
That's going to be a hit.
and the second hit is against armor class 16.
Yep, both hit. This could be the end of the Wraith, the notorious Wraith.
So that would be for a total of 18 points of damage.
18
Slashing.
points of
Ooh.
slashing damage is almost enough to kill the Wraith.
I could see it like maybe getting more faint or something.
Yeah, it's
or-
like flickering,
Flickering.
or something.
Flickering, yeah.
So now,
You will not take any more of my allies.
at the beginning, as we're at the top of round 8 now, a couple things are happening. The zombie Rex is now entering the camp, and at this, Kadarin, someone nearby rushes up. He's coming from the northern part. As he's coming up, he cuts through a line of lesser undead, and he comes up and he grabs a hold of you, and he's pointing his sword over to Commander Novak's tent, and he says, "Fall back to the command tent. We must warn the others that the camp has fallen. There is a raven in there. Make sure a message gets out." And an arrow sticks into his leg, and he looks down and he snaps it. He says, "You must hurry. Move, soldier." And he as the zombies start closing in, he starts fending them off. He shoves a good portion of them, and he starts fighting them off, giving you enough breathing room. Zutuk, the wraith is still in front of you. You hear this happening. As a matter of fact, even you, Six, can hear it from where you are. At this point, you guys...
I could at least see the motion of the sword and gather what's going on.
Yeah, it appears that this guy is now next, or at least he's acting commander right now. So, Zutuk, you're up. Or no, I'm sorry, Six, you're up. Now you see this...
Maybe in a more passive... Could I do like a more passive turn where I see what's happening and I start picking off undead that would be in Kadarin's way?
No, absolutely. And there's plenty of them. So you just start putting arrows in.
So I'll just take two... Because I can do 2 actions, just take some arrows out of my...
You're keeping track of your arrows.
Yeah.
Sorry,
fair enough.
Might run out.
I might run out, and that wouldn't be, I don't firing arrows that I plan on running out. I just don't want to be firing arrows.
There's arrows everywhere, though. You just reach down and grab some.
All right.
Better running out.
That's good to know, then. Now I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to hang out up here. But yeah, I'm just keeping track of firing arrows to clear
as Six
his way.
is launching arrows, cutting down any undead that is blocking the path from you guys to the command tent. Zutuk, you see this happening. What do? You still got
the
that.
wraith is still up.
The wraith is still up, and it's
wraith
flickering
and the specter still
faintly. The wraith, and you had a specter nagging you. But you honestly, you fought specters before. They're kind of like the lesser of the wraiths. They're not bad.
Right.
I mean, Timothy was able to kill one.
All right, I will use my action, or actually, I guess I got to get rid of the wraith first. I'll finish the wraith, and then I'll move up towards the tent. So let me swing on the wraith.
All right.
Armor class 4.
Miss.
Armor class 18 for the second attack.
Second attack hits the wraith.
20 slashing damage.
That is actually just barely enough to kill the wraith.
Wow.
It has 9 hit points left. So boom,
Nice.
the wraith fizzles out. It gives out some hollow cry.
All right, and then I will use my movement to head towards the commander's tent.
All right, you guys are able to make it to the commander's tent well enough. Between Six Feather clearing the path, the acting commander clearing the path, and you guys just hacking your way there. Timothy, surprisingly, has even in the process of moving through the horde has coalesced with you, and now he's forming kind of like a half circle as you guys move towards the tent.
Darren pulls a throwing axe from his bandolier, hucks it through a zombie skull on the way in.
It pins it to the fucking straw cart, and you're in the tent now, and the first thing you notice is a pile of oil casks, and immediately you're like, what the fuck are these doing here? And then beyond that, there is a raven cage, and just as described, everything's right there. There's a piece of charcoal to write with, parchment, everything you need to get word out. There's also a torch hanging in there, lighting it so you can see. But yeah, so you're now in the commander's tent. You're fending off the entrance.
At this point, it looks as if the camp is lost.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
The camp has fallen. Do not send help.
Just to get the 15 feet from where you were to the commander's tent was rigorous.
I'll grab the charcoal, and I know that we're short on time, so I'll write the quickest message that I could. I'll write, Camp Righteous belongs to the dead. Put it on the raven and try to pass the raven along so we could just try to get it out of the tent.
Now, 6, from the dais where you stand, you're wondering what's going on because there's nothing. You just see undead building up against the tent, and the tent's kind of moving a little bit at this point, and you do see the bodies of the zombies falling where you could, but then eventually they stack up to the point where you can't see that anymore. And then out of it flies a raven with a little note on its foot. And at this point, the T-Rex is heading right for the center of the camp. In its path, it's just wrecking. It's tail whipping, it's biting. You see it look over at you, and it growls like this hoarse sound. It's not even very loud, It's just like dusty.
Yeah.
As it growls in your direction, it's still maybe about 40 feet away from you looking at the map. As it growls in your direction, it starts to kind of choke and gag. And it begins to cough, and you see bodies fall out of its mouth. And then the bodies that had fallen to the ground out of its mouth begin to stand up.
Was this like a Trojan horse T-Rex?
Yes, essentially, yeah.
Trojan zombie Rex.
I imagine it was people that he had eaten that had become animated in its stomach, and it regurgitated it.
Gross. All right, so they're in the tent. I can't see what's going on, so I'm going to, in an act of desperation, fire arrows at this fucking monster.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah, give me an attack roll. The pawn for this is huge, too.
15.
15's a hit.
7.
7 damage.
7 damage against the fucking T-Rex. Natty 19.
Natty 19. You're the one that's been rolling either 1s or 19s tonight.
All right, let's see what you get. You might be able to kill it.
Shit. Roll a 20-sided die.
All right. 20.
This is the intimidating strike again. Double the damage die, and all enemies within 30 feet get -1 to attack for 1 round.
Yeah, that T-Rex is scared of me.
Assuming they have the intelligence to be intimidated,
Right.
Yeah.
I suppose. Probably.
Yeah. It is a dinosaur, and it's dead. They already have pea brains.
Right.
They're like my chickens.
Chickens are probably smarter at this point.
9.
Yeah, your arrow. I mean, the arrows stick into it, but it doesn't even.
Even with the crit, this is not a great axe crit.
No. I'm not, am I even drawing its attention away from the tent?
It wasn't really looking at the tent. It's just kind of.
It's just doing its
It's just really
crazy zombie
Yeah,
thing.
it just came in, growled, puked up zombies, and it's just whipping its tail, crushing people.
like a drunk frat boy with a backpack on.
Like it comes in and it fucking sees somebody running away from it, and it grabs it in its maw and it fucking flings him out into the jungle. That's what I'm picturing anyway. That's what I would do if I was a Tyrannosaurus zombie.
All right.
I would grab a guy and fling him into the deepest parts of the jungle.
What are you guys doing in the tent?
You don't want to know.
Zutuk, you're up. Now, yeah, I mean, at this point, getting out of the tent is pretty much not an option by any normal means.
Is the tent really surrounded? Is the hands and zombie hands running down the sides of the tent? Are they kind of spilling in?
They're definitely falling onto the tent. I mean, the tent it's only a matter of time at this point before the entire tent just collapses.
You said that there's a bunch of oil barrels in here, right?
There is.
All right, I will. Fuck.
It's not how I pictured our last stand, but
I know,
we could
right?
take as many out as we could.
Yeah, Timothy buries his short sword into one of the invading zombies, and he looks to you, Zutuk. He says, "Do it. Pray we stand by Torm's side."
And there's you said that there's a torch.
Yep.
Kadarn's just hacking zombies with his axe, trying to keep them at bay.
All right, I will grab the torch from the sconce or whatever it's on, and one last smart-ass remark. I'm gonna say that this is gonna put my numbers to over 100, I think. And I will. I don't know how the cat got out of this with their 9 lives. All right, I will let the torch go.
Zutuk, you hold the torch and ignite the oil casks. And in that moment, as the fire climbs its way up into the first cask, Kadarn, you see in the faces of all the zombies tearing their way into the tent are the faces of your fallen brothers left behind on Blood Oath Hill.
That devil curse.
And 6, you see standing from the dais as the camp is just being completely overrun. You see the tent, which is now almost completely covered in zombies and skeletons, all trying to get their way in, explodes into a massive ball of fire, and bodies just fly everywhere. You actually get blown back a bit, and now you're almost halfway into the House of the Crocodile, covered in soot and debris. You bring yourself up to your feet, and you still hear the moans and cries of the undead moving their way through Camp Righteous.
6 will regain her balance, get back on her feet.
You are the last remaining of your friends.
That is all that she can think of. Her friends are gone. She's not thinking about the faction. She's not thinking about honor. She's not thinking about anything like that. So she stands and she peers through the smoke and the fog at the burning origin of the explosion. A single tear rolls down, hits the scar on the side of her face, drops to hit the dais, and she turns to look at the entrance of the House of the Crocodile. And she enters.
For every undead that was cut down, it would seem 3 more took its place, and the help that they had prayed for never came. How easy it is for a noble idea to become such a costly mistake born of arrogance and pride. The brave men and women who have met their end at Camp Righteous on that fateful night would not be remembered as victims of their own fragile minds, which gives birth to such personal flaws, but instead they are to be held in the highest regard of heroes who fell to the just cause of protecting humanity from that which would surely destroy it. Camp Righteous belongs to the dead.